Hello, everybody. Um, I I had some things I want to talk about. I'm gonna put them in different videos because I don't want everything to be in one video. But there are some things I want to talk about. Um, so first of all, I watched a JP Sears video last night, and because I thought he had stolen another video because he would be that unfunny. Um, he did not, as far as I can tell. Maybe he did a different video, but not the one I thought he did. Um, and actually, the one, sorry, the one that I watched of his, it seems like, and listen, JP Shears is fucking insane. Okay, he's been making content since I was in high school. Like it was junior in high school when I saw his first video, which is really funny. I really liked his early stuff. I don't know what happened between then and not even like COVID. It was like 3 4 years later before COVID even happened. Was even like in our lexicon, and I don't know what the switch was, but um anyway, he went insane, crazy guy, and he's been making these. He's a part of the anti-trans, anti-woke sort of crowd, which a lot of content creators seem to be gravitating towards when their careers start to end, like recently Tectone and people like that. And anyway, so I watched this video from I think about a week ago or so, and it was about a guy in a coma waking up after a year of being in a coma. Um, and sorry, it was really early morning. um, and the other guy wakes up in the out of the coma, and I don't remember. Anyway, he's like, "Oh, hey, do you know how good is Trump doing in his first year after his first year?" And JP Sears, which I'm assuming is playing himself, as a second guy, um, tells him that we're at war, which we are, and the anti-war president started a war. um, how much everything costs, and the biggest thing that I took away from this video, though, not just that seems like MAGA, especially the MAGA influencers that are trying to make a name for themselves off of Trump's back. Not only them, but it seems like, now I could be wrong. I could have misinterpreted this whole thing way wrong, but it seems like JP Sears is also going the anti-Jewish route. Very anti-Semitic jokes, if you want to call them that. I'm not a huge JP Sears fan, so I wouldn't call them jokes. Definitely attempts attempts at a joke, but it seems like because one of the things that he said was that a foreign nation infiltrated uh, the White House, which I don't believe that they infiltrated. I think it's more of just a religious psychosis thing where they just want Israel to exist to start the end times. I don't really think it's a. Well, I mean, if you're if you're helping a different country instead of your own, that is treasonous. Ted Cruz, which no one seems to point out. No one seems to point out that Ted Cruz, he literally said in an interview about how he wanted to uh, represent Israel in the United States Senate or House or whatever the fuck he is. That's treason. Are we? I'm sorry. Are we just gonna allow this? Is anyone gonna do anything? Apparently not. Apparently no one gives a fuck, which is so weird to me. I'm very anti-religious. I'm sure as most of you probably know if you've been watching for a while. Very anti-religious. So, I really feel like if you are using your religion not only to, um, start wars overseas, um, and not, you're really not a part of America. That's really weird. I don't know. I think it's weird. I think it's weird to use your religion to, uh, hurt other people. Which, listen, I don't know if JP Sears is a like a JQ guy or whatever, but I don't know. It's just really weird that he kept bringing up how you can't say certain things or it's anti-Semitic. There are some things you shouldn't say because they're anti-Semitic, but you can still say whatever you want, and, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else. Which I feel like JQ does. While we're on the topic of MAGA, I did want to talk about Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, for those who may not know, is a chicken fast food restaurant. Not in the same vein as like KFC, but more of like take McDonald's and turn all their stuff to chicken. Pretty much it. Anyway, they came out with a statement. I just saw this a little bit ago. They just came out with a statement that said that, while they don't, I don't remember the whole statement. It was pretty much, listen, we don't care what you do. We're not going to change our morals and our views just to appeal to everybody. Which I think is kind of weird to say. Now, I can't speak for everywhere, but where I live, there's a lot of LGBTQIA plus people that work at Chick-fil-A in the town I live in. So it's very weird that that they said that, just because of my experience. Again, I can't speak for all of it, but if you don't know, Chick-fil-A is owned by a super Christian family. It was started by a super Christian family, just like Hobby Lobby, very, very Christian people. And they're not super into the, gay stuff. Sucks for them. But, like, I don't know, man. It's weird that, like, you hire these people, but you don't do anything for Pride. That's odd to me. Speaking of Pride, let's talk about Jaden Ivey. This probably should be its own video, but I don't really know a whole lot about it. I just know what I read. So, for those of you who may not know, Jaden Ivey was a basketball player for the Chicago Bulls. Apparently, he went on a rant about how he didn't like the NBA doing Pride Night, which is so weird to me. Like, you can take your religion out of it, but, like, why not appeal to more people? Like, that's the whole thing why I thought it was weird that Chick-fil-A did that. Why not appeal to more people? It's weird to me. Anyway, chicken appeals to everybody, but Christianity doesn't. So, anyway, not the point of this segment. Jaden Ivey, again, for those of you who may not know, former basketball player, apparently went on a huge rant. I didn't watch the actual video, but I saw it on Instagram. And apparently he went on a huge rant about how, being gay is wrong and against God or whatever the fuck. And, a lot of people did not take that lightly. Like a few years ago, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a hockey player. I don't remember his name. This was a while ago. There's a hockey player that did the same thing. He said he wasn't going, or he would wear the Pride stuff, the Pride uniform or whatever. I mean, maybe it's somebody else. I don't know. Anyway, this guy, he didn't like the Pride thing, so he went on a huge thing about it, and I think the NHL still does it. I think that team probably doesn't do it anymore, though. I don't remember. I don't have to look that one up. Anyway, So Jaden Ivey gets released because no one really liked that. But not only that, this came out after he got released. He was also walking around the locker room and proselytizing and saying how everyone should be Christian because that's just the right thing to do, and just being really obnoxious about it. And it's still going on multiple anti-gay rants and stuff in the locker room, and made a lot of people feel uncomfortable. This is why I feel like we should really push back against these fucking people, dude. We really should. Listen, again, I'm not a huge religion guy, but if you are making people uncomfortable with what you're saying, you should get pushback. This isn't just about you and what you believe. Freedom of religion includes freedom from religion. I don't have to be religious. Just like you don't have to be non-religious. You know what I mean? So I think it's weird that these specific people, not Christians, but these specific people that have religious psychosis are like trying to make it the default that everyone is Christian in this country when that's not what we were founded on. Anyway, Jaden gets released and then he goes into street preaching. Dude, go be a fucking priest or a pastor, whatever the fuck. Why are you a basketball player? If this is the one thing you fucking care about, go do that. You clearly like it. You clearly like that more than playing basketball. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be doing it. He's probably not going to get another job in the NBA. Because why would anyone hire him? It sounds like he's just going to be a nuisance in the fucking locker room, according to the Bulls. So it's weird. Well, it's not weird, but he's not probably going to get another job. There's no point in signing him because he's just going to do the same shit again in a different locker room. A former Patriots player came out after this and said that while he was not openly gay while he played in the NFL, if you heard anybody saying anything like what he said, obviously there are religious people in football. Sometimes they tie those two things together. Anyway, he said that if he heard anyone saying what Jaden Ivey said, he would get them psychological help because it's weird. It's really also really funny to me that these anti-gay people are the same ones that can't stop talking about gay people. Just like the anti-trans people, all they talk about is trans people and trans stuff. At some point, people are gonna think that you're kind of into that, which they might be. There's a lot of anti-gay people that are closeted gay, and they just hate themselves because of their fucking religion. It's not a new phenomenon. This shit's been happening forever. Look at the fucking conservative party in the fucking U.S. Every time they have a fucking rally or convention or whatever city they're in, Grindr breaks down every fucking time. And why is that? Because they're all fucking gay, dude. All the dudes are gay. It's what it is. It's what it is. I don't care. Last thing for this video. Let's talk about Druski. Talking about Megan, let's talk about Druski. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen. I'm at this point. I think everyone's seen it. Druski did a whiteface skit. I guess you could call it that. It's more like a white chick skit, but whatever, doesn't matter. Point is, he did it, and very clearly was Erica Kirk, even though he didn't mention a name or anything. Very clearly Erica Kirk, and a lot of people got mad. Erica Kirk got mad. Apparently, according to her, she said her daughter thought it was her. Maybe stay home. Not that I want you to stay home, but that's what you believe. So I don't know. Practice what you preach, bro. Nicki Minaj got butthurt over it, of course, because she sucks. Jake Paul got upset over it. Matt Rife chimed in saying that if that's okay, then blackface is okay, which no, it's not, but it's okay if it's funny. You gotta be funny. That's the problem. A lot of these people just aren't fucking funny. So Jake Paul, he said he filmed a skit already. I don't know if that's true, but I guess we'll see when that comes out. Maybe I'll review it. Who knows? Anyway, the problem is Jake Paul isn't funny. It just isn't. Jake Paul is not a him anymore, since he's one of those anti-gay people that doesn't like pronouns. So Jake Paul is now an it. Anyway, that's all I had for this video. Thank you everybody for watching, and I got some more shit lined up, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel for that. Okay, thank you everybody for watching, and have a good day.